Welcome everyone to some Clash Royale, the first video on my channel. I've had a previous YouTube channel before, but I kind of lost enthusiasm for the games I was playing. So I feel rejuvenated, I feel excited, and I have enthusiasm, motion. I'm gonna cry sometimes. Look at that emoji spamming right there. Anyway, we're going into some replays because I actually recorded this beforehand, but as with new people, I had to figure out some recording settings. The 1080p I tried, it just really lagged and I couldn't make a video out of it. This replay right here was the first of the games that I had played in my original recording, and the opponent left the match at the beginning. This was very surprising. I've never had this happen before, so I was very easily able to get trophies here, even though I didn't have the crown chest, so it was beautiful. 3 crowns, some trophies. I'm going back to the Spell Factory. I have been in it before, but you know, it was satisfying to get that easy of a win. So our next match, a little more in depth. I think this guy actually had somewhat of a retaliation. So again, the emoji spamming. Oh, and he's really into the emoji spamming. You'll see at the end of this match. So I decided to start with a kind of, like, not a full push, but a lower elixir push, just so I have something to counter in case this guy has something. And that lightning right there, the zap, I totally missed that. In the recording, I was having my hands out of position because I was trying to get the mic in front of my face while looking at the iPad. It was just very awkward. So that's what happened anyway, and it cost me a little bit. I could have used that zap at a different time. I thought for sure he was going to use a freeze on that Hog Rider, and as it turns out, he used the arrows, but way too late. Bad timing by him. So I'm holding the zap out, just waiting to see if he brings anything forward. And then once I get around 10 elixir, because I don't like to waste elixir, I'm going to start a small push. I think this is actually... Let me see, what do I do? Okay, he's got the barbarians over there, so I put the minions. Oh, I'm starting a hard push with the giant. And usually that in itself would be enough to take out a tower. I think I add to it later. But I was so distracted on the left side trying to take care of this push that this guy had, and he was totally ignoring the right side, my push. You see, that doesn't work. You kind of need to pay attention to what your opponent's doing, and that's what cost him. I think he smelled blood and he was trying very hard to get the 3 crowns, and, well, he suffered for it. You gotta pay attention to everything that's going on. Even though, you know, I'm not the most perfect player, I could have done a lot to have prevented some of what he did. But I'm just saying, ignorance is not bliss in this case. Alright, so this match, I'm finally back in the Spell Factory, and I'm pretty psyched. Actually, I had gotten all my chests already, so I was like, I'll just do another battle just for you guys. And I didn't like my starting hand, so I used the Spear Goblins. I think I'm going to zap the minions over there. Definitely. He's got a little bit of a push there, but zapping the minions takes care of that. Then the Witch will be able to shoot down the baby dragon. The goblins are following up on the Hog Rider. The skeletons finish. And then what I like to do is try to turn that into a counter push, because the Hog Rider especially is not doing damage to your Witch. And the one thing I like about the Witch is that if you put a tank or a mini tank in front of it, it doesn't matter if it's near dead. It's going to be protected and it's going to keep doing that damage. So I don't mind if the Witch is near dead. I'll keep using her in a push because she's protected, she's shielded, and just a lot of damage between both her skeletons. And that right there is another mini push, because I don't know what he's going to do and I just want to get some damage, and he didn't react too well. I put the goblins on the hog. Right now, though, it looks like he has a slight advantage, although I have probably more total damage on both towers. So I'm letting the match reset. I'm trying to slow down because I don't want to get too aggressive with the elixir and then give him a serious advantage. I'm going to do a little mini push with the minions and the Hog Rider right here, and I'm waiting to see if he arrows it. He doesn't have arrows now looking at the replay, so I use the Hog Rider with it, and I'm holding the zap over the archer tower over there to see if he responds. Looks like he was going to use a tombstone, and he did, but he was too late with the tombstone. Now he puts a giant on the left side. I still am going with that push on the right, but I'm really trying to focus on taking down this giant. That baby dragon's going to do some splash, but I got the goblins on the right. And what I really like to do is if they try a Hog Rider push, notice how I put the dragon up there. It distracted the baby dragon. The Hog Rider was getting destroyed, and then I turned it into a push on its own, which was great. It's called a counter push. I know many of you know that. And this point, he just gave up. He didn't want to deal with me anymore. And I've got two separate pushes going on, and there we go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. This is my first video on this channel, my first ever Clash Royale video. Tell me what you think. Subscribe if you enjoy my content. Only if you do that. I don't want Deadwood, okay? I dealt with that before. Anyways, guys, have a great day, as I will too. Pieces.